The stages in New York are this big, so I've never in my life had this much room. Oh my God. This is bigger than my entire apartment. I just have to, for a minute, I'll never be able to do this again. I just have to, this is not for you. This is not a bit. I just have never had this much room to stretch. You'll notice when you have New York City comedians on a stage because we just do this. Because that's normally the only amount of room that we have to move around. So this is odd. This is weird for us. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you. Don't panic. I don't think women are funny either. You guys are gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it together, I promise. It's gonna be fine. Are you all good? Did you have a good childhood or whatever? Was that fine for you? I don't know what to say to people anymore. I used to just say, did you have a good week? And that stopped being topical at a certain point, didn't it? Because what is time? I don't know what to ask people now. I did have a good week though. I got test results back and I do not have coronavirus. Thank you. Thank you. You may all have a sip of my water after the show. The doctor who gave me the results was being such a bitch about it though. It was weird. It was weird. She just kept being like, what you have is herpes. Stop coming to this clinic. This is the wrong clinic. We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm kidding, I know. Tell you guys a bit about myself. I'm going through a divorce. I'm getting out of a long marriage. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for clapping. I don't even do jokes about it. I only say it on stage for the free moral support. So thank you guys. Therapy is very expensive. This job doesn't have healthcare, okay? I have to talk to you guys about it. You are all that I have. My ex would tell you that we ended it because I have an ego problem. Ugh, gross, I know. I was like, it's not what my fans are telling me. Not one tweet about it. It's like, I think I would have heard. We disagreed about big stuff, important stuff. It turned out that he wanted 5 or maybe even 6 children. What? So many. And I wanted like 1 orgasm. Ever, you know? And I was like, how do you come to an agreement about it? We get it. We couldn't go on like that. Honestly, for me, I found it so much harder to fake having a family. What face do you even make for that? I don't know what it looks like. I have children. I don't know. I'm glad there's enough women in the room for orgasm jokes to land. That is an important component of the bit. That's how it always goes. Like all the women like mostly giggle, and all the guys in the room are just like, oh, this broad's not gonna do jokes tonight or what? We're never coming back to this show. No way. She's not just gonna talk about her period the whole time, is she? Not the full 20 minutes. Buckle in. Divorce is hard. Whenever when you're going through divorce, you tell people, everyone wants to know why. They want to know what happened. They want to know the story. And those people, I find, are not married. Because married people never fucking ask you that question. They don't. When you tell married people that you are divorced, there's this like look of understanding in their eye. The same way there is when like 2 veterans of the same foreign war meet for the first time. You know what I mean? Their eyes just get kind of glazed over and they get kind of quiet. You were in the shit too, brother? Fucking had to be there, right? Steve, US Marine Corps, 25 years. Fallujah, 2003, some of the worst fighting I've ever seen. Janet, married to Steve, 32 years. Thanksgiving, 1993, some of the worst fighting I've ever seen. Right. Poor Steve, guys. Steve survived 2 tours in Iraq, 3 roadside bombs, couldn't get through 1 fucking Christmas with Janet and his cunt mother-in-law, you know what I mean? He was like, absolutely not, send me back to the shit, I'm out of here. My mother-in-law in this story. It's tough. I got married really young. My ex was in the military, so that's what we do for the BAH, right? For the housing stipend. We actually mentioned the stipend in our vows. I don't know if anyone else had to do that, but we did, to love, to cherish, and to receive that stipend early. So we did that. And getting married young, it was hard to even talk to my friends about what being married was like, let alone getting divorced. You know, like how could I explain to my friends? But part of the reason that I got divorced is because I was constantly getting in trouble for putting the milk back on the refrigerator door where the sauces go. Yeah, that's a real argument I had in my marriage, and I bet every one of you has a marriage argument like that somewhere, right? Some version of the milk argument. And like, my husband, I'd be in the living room with a friend, my husband would come walking in with the milk. Is this a condiment? No, is milk a condiment? I just am wondering, because it was in the sauce section, so. And at the beginning of the relationship, you try to accommodate, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'll put it back next time, I'm sorry. And then a couple years in, you double down, right? I'm like, actually, it kind of is a condiment, you know? It's in a bottle like the other condiments. You can eat cereal without it, but cereal's better with it. So definitionally a fucking condiment, okay? At least when I put the milk back, it's not fucking empty, okay? How about that? And that's when you realize you're not having sex. You're not having sex because those little things in life ruin it, right? Because you can't have sex with a person who takes the trash out from the kitchen and brings it outside and puts it on top of the garbage can lid like a monster? What? You're just gonna leave it like that? Sure, right. I don't know if you guys know this, but that's ultimately why there's war in the Middle East. Just unhappy married people, you know what I mean? Because we've all left a fight with someone that we love, wanting to blow something up, but you just can't do that in Oklahoma City. So if anyone asks you, like, what is happening in Saudi Arabia? Now you know, that's the story. That is what's going on. Other things I can tell you about me, I got good news a couple weeks ago. I'm officially cancer-free as of a couple weeks ago. That's good news. Thank you. Appreciate that. I never had cancer, and it turns out I still do not, so that's good. People hate that joke, they really hate it. I did have cancer, this is a wig, you can touch it after the show. So I can do the cancer jokes. I'll just do like a little cancer material, if you don't mind, just for like a second. I know it's weird, makes audiences weird, but I'm fine. Just laugh, like don't treat me different than you would any other comic. But that being said, if you don't laugh, what kind of asshole are you? I just told you I have cancer. The least you could do is laugh, you know what I mean? If you don't laugh, it's like I got cancer for no reason. I would laugh if you had cancer, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's the least we could do for people. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at me and you're thinking, you don't look skinny enough to have had cancer. Which is a real thing a guy said to me on a date. That's real. I know. I was like, you don't look dumb enough to talk me into giving you a blowjob, but people will surprise you. They will. Yeah. I'll tell you what I learned. They're not all the good cancers. They don't all make you skinny. So my doctor was like, sorry, you're gonna get chubby on this one, and we're gonna be able to cure you. We're gonna make you better. But as a side effect for the rest of your life, you're gonna have a dry vagina. What? That is real. No cancer, but a dry vagina. Doesn't that sound like one of those drinking games you'd play in college? Like, would you rather? Would you rather have cancer, wet vagina, no cancer, bone dry vagina? I'm like, I don't know, drink? What are the options? 2 tequilas? Can I pick that? So, dry vagina. The highlight of having a dry vagina is that you can say it repeatedly on stage. And just watch every man in the audience unable to, she's not just gonna keep saying it. That's a little bit what it's like to fuck me now, to be honest. That's sort of... The good thing about the dry vagina, honestly, though, is that I've always had the personality of someone with a dry vagina. And now I have the receipts to back that up. You guys have been great. My name is Washuta. Give up your host, Kelly.
Keep it going for Abby, everybody. All right. You guys ready to keep this show rolling? All right, coming to the stage next, he comes highly recommended. He is from NYC, but he lives right now in OKC. You might have seen him on stuff such as The Sopranos back in the day. Please give a warm welcome for Neil Rubenstein.